All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're gonna continue our journey down the 60s. We're gonna listen to Peter, Paul, and Mary. I have for sure heard of this group, mainly because my dad, I'm pretty sure, almost positive. Dad, comment down below if you played this for us in the car at times, but familiar with the names. I received a tip and note from my good friend David Ortman, and he says, okay, so we have to check this out. They were a very popular folk song group in the 60s. The song was written by Bob Dylan, Blowing in the Wind. I remember because, watching the movie, Bob Dylan sings it, Blowing in the Wind. Jenny, she's the villain of Forrest Gump. She sings Blowing in the Wind naked, if I recall correctly, but Blowing in the Wind. But this is them performing the song. And then he says their other big hits were If I Had a Hammer, don't know that one, but also Puff the Magic Dragon. Big fan of Meet the Parents. Meet the Parents is discussed in that song, and they listen, like the song is played quite a bit. So that's the most I've listened to that song. So comment down below if we should do a little bit more of a deep dive of Puff the Magic Dragon. I know that there's jokes and, connections of it with, but maybe there's some more stuff to it. But let's make this our official time our first official time of really paying attention to and listening to Peter, Paul, and Mary. I'm going to go through their story because I don't really know their background. And also, I've never really read through the words of Blowing in the Wind and whatnot, and I'd love to do that. So thank you guys so much for joining me here today. If you're new here, welcome. Check out the description down below to find other ways to support the channel. And also, hitting like, subscribe, you guys know the deal. That all helps quite a bit. But more than anything, I just want you to have the feeling. A lot of songs that touch us, we can't wait to share them. And we hope these things touched us the way they touched. We hope they touch others the way that they touched us. So let's put aside our distractions. Pretend like you're sitting here right here with me, and let's see Peter, Paul, and Mary perform this classic song, and let's see them perform it live. So again, thank you guys for being here. What harmonizing?
How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? How many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing.
Oh, I love her alto voice, man.
The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky?
Jeez, the song is deep, man.
How many years must one man have before he can hear people cry? How many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Dude, the way they're using dynamics here.
The answer is blowing in the wind.
That was absolutely stunning, man. Oh man, that was absolutely beautiful. Let's see if we can go through again the way that their dynamics when there's just so soft and so soothing to that growth. Like having a song breathe like that always just keeps you so in it. My criticism, the song was too short. There they pick up. Let's go a little bit. I didn't get there early enough. And dude, their harmonies, beautiful. And the way they're using volume to help each other out. Again, I used to be in a cappella groups, right? This is a big dynamics in an a cappella group. It's one of the biggest things that you got. So they're not a cappella, but you know.
Must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? How many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned?
And now they're going back down.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist?
I can just listen to this over and over.
How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in
Oh
the
gosh,
wind.
beautiful, beautiful. That's what I imagine if, you know, what a Heavenly Mother would sound like. Beautiful, beautiful alto voice like that. Oh gosh. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely stunning. Man, one of those groups that again, you know, I know my dad played in the car at some point. I know he probably told me about how he loved them. And when you're young and listening to heavy metal and stuff, you don't find this stuff all that cool, but it's freaking phenomenal. Formed in New York City, 1961 during the American folk music revival, which again, that's part of, they're singing a Bob Dylan song and during that time. So Peter Yarrow, Paul Stuckey, and Mary Travers. Contralto, interesting. Yeah, I mean, she has a very low voice. So manager Albert Grossman put together this group after auditioning several singers in the New York folk scene. So this was a selected group, and they made, it seems like their first performances at the bitter end in Greenwich. Good times in Greenwich. I used to live, Chinatown, so we'd walk over there. Puff the Magic Dragon was written off of a poem. Again, let me know if we should do a Puff the Magic Dragon video. Leaving on a Jet Plane was Peter, Paul, and Mary, written by the group's friend John Denver. I'm almost positive I had this, already had this epiphany. If you guys don't know, Country Road, like that song, that John Denver song is like my favorite song now. And it's because of the channel. It's my favorite song, period. And I'm pretty sure when we were doing that deep dive learning about John Denver, I was like, he wrote Leaving on a Jet Plane? Of course he did. I didn't know that was a Peter, Paul, and Mary song. The trio broke up in the 1970s to pursue solo careers. Yarrow was convicted of molesting a 14-year-old girl. Cool. I mean, you know what, cool as in this is awkward to learn about it. You know what I mean? He received a presidential pardon from Jimmy Carter. So let's not go through this right now. But later in the 70s, they would continuously do some sort of, come back together type of performances. Currently, Stuckey is the last surviving member of the group. So Puff the Magic Dragon is from an album, Peter, Paul, and Mommy, which was first children's album. Geez, with what I just read, I'm all messed up with the children's stuff. But it was a children's album, hence Puff the Magic. Okay, got it. That actually makes a lot of sense why a group like this would put out a song like that. They made a children's album and they won a Grammy for that. Cool. But yeah, the way that they sound together is absolutely beautiful. I need to read up a little bit more on Blowin' in the Wind. Written in 1962, it's described as a protest song because, yeah, a lot of the questions it poses, yeah. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Has been described as, I want to think for myself. I don't want people to give me the answer and the interpretation. Why do those words hit so hard? Blowing in the wind, it's soft. You don't make anything out of it, but you also know it's there and it's a real thing. So you have to pay a lot of attention to make out the answer. I'm just thinking a lot about Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist. There's a part where, again, he learns to take power of the wind, and the wind gives him all these answers to do alchemy in his life. The kid, I need to harness the power of the wind. So I'm thinking a lot about that. Like, all right, let Wikipedia what? Has been described as impenetrably ambiguous. Wow. Either the answer is so obvious it is right in your face, or the answer is as intangible as the wind. So maybe it's a way of saying, like, there's these questions and we might not know the answers. But for some reason he says the answer, when he says the answer is, my friend, is blowing in the wind. When he says that, the answer, my friend, it's like, I understand you want the answer, but I don't know, he's almost bringing a piece that it's kind of unknowable and unexplainable. Maybe, thoughts? What do you think? In 1962, the song was published in Sing Out, accompanied by Dylan's comments. There ain't too much I can say about this song except that the answer is blowing in the wind with what we just talked about. Phenomenal. It ain't in no book or movie or TV show or discussion group. Man, it's in the wind and it's blowing in the wind. Too many of these hip people are telling me where the answer is, but oh, I won't believe that. I still say it's in the wind, and just like a restless piece of paper, it's got to come down some, but the only trouble is that no one picks up the answer when it comes down, so not too many people get to see and know. And then it flies away. I still say that some of the biggest criminals are those that turn their heads away when they see wrong and know it's wrong. I'm only 21 years old, and I know he wrote this when he was 21, and I know that there's been too many wars. You people over 21, you're older and smarter. But yeah, I can't think of The Alchemist, that there's some revelation there, but that's the only place you will find it. I cannot believe that Bob Dylan was only 21 when he wrote these things. You guys should see the way I write. There's nothing of substance and powerful there. How many roads must a man walk? I can't say roads. Must a man walk before you call him a man? How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail? A white dove, like you kind of just think that symbol of peace, right? Sail before she sleeps in the sand. Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? All of these hardships we put men through unnecessarily. How many how many times must peace elude us is kind of what that second line makes me think about. And then how many wars must be fought before we stop? The answer is unknowable. And my friend, I know. I wish I knew too. How many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? Yeah, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Gosh. And how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? My goodness, man. Oh, how many times do we do that? There's been people I've seen need my help, and especially more so in my youth when I was super selfish and self-absorbed. I didn't help them, maybe out of desire to avoid a scene or just cowardice, man. But there's a lot of us that we can be cowards for really big things, and what a powerful way to put that. And again, if this is a protest song during this time, probably just thinking a lot about leaders, like, hey, we're doing so much wrong. This isn't worth what we're doing. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? Wow, because he's trapped in some sort of hole and abyss and just can't. Maybe the people that are wrongfully imprisoned. How many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? I mean, again, dude, this song, he's talking about eternal things, because in every phase of history, especially like right today, we are not exempt from these sins he's pointing out. How many things do we all get involved in, but we don't realize just how many people are suffering for that? I mean, my biggest thing, right? Like the fact that I can have this thing as like as quote unquote affordable as it is, but like, oh man, but there's like children working for, well, frick, now I'm feeling, that's why Bob Dylan wrote it. How many deaths will it take till he know that too many people have died? Again, that war theme, he was so effective at pointing out just these stupid wars. Just us as humans, man. God is probably always just like, dude, what are we doing? One of my favorite pictures I've imagined it's from from a scripture that we read in church a lot, but it's a scene where God is speaking to Enoch, and Enoch is shocked to see God cry, and he's like, "How are you crying? You have all power." And God is like, "I can't. I gave men agency, and what are they doing? They're killing each other. How can I not weep?" Is what God says essentially. Yeah, well, like, why do we do this? Right there, I posed that rhetorical question of just feeling this I don't know, shame or whatnot, and that's what Bob Dylan is singing about. And the answer to these questions is blowing in the wind. It's just, I cannot believe the dude was 21 when he wrote that. That's unbelievable. Before playing the song for the first time in 1962, Dylan said, "This here ain't no protest song or anything like that, because I don't write no protest songs." Dude, okay, that's power. One of the mistakes we're making in our discourse today and trying to use art to propagandize a message, as righteous as that message may be, if it's too preachy and in your face, people tune out. Art is supposed to make you wonder so that the answer is revealed to you. This absolutely is a protest song, but maybe it just is because I needed to get that message for me. I love what he's saying. I'm not saying anything, but wow, is he saying more than he thinks because of that? Show, don't tell, don't be in your face. Have people just come to these findings by themselves. Years later, he added, "I wrote Blowin' in the Wind in 10 minutes. Just put words to an old spiritual, probably something I learned from Carter Family Records. That's the folk tradition. You use what's been handed down." Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, that's absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Guys, I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Got a little awkward there in learning about a few things there. Beautiful performance. What memories do you have listening to Peter, Paul, and Mary, either in your car, your records? Did you go see them live? Please let me know. Guys, so much of the music from the 60s and 70s are such treasures, and I am so grateful to YouTube so that I can learn of these things and experience them for myself now. I envy many of you because you grew up with this music. However, I feel immense amount of gratitude to just now have such access to all of this. If I had to have that record player in that record and maybe couldn't find the one with that performance, oh man, that would suck. We are so lucky. We are in such a great time. So anyway, thank you so much for being with me, hanging out with me. Much love, everybody. Till the next one, peace out.